Hey, what is up, guys? I'm here to give you a very emotional video. Um, this is like going to be Ultimate Warrior Week, like I said before. I'm gonna start a playlist now of Ultimate Warrior videos. Um, what to say? It was a week ago yesterday that he ended up passing away. It was no, not a year ago, a week ago today that I found out that he died. Um, I still can't believe it's been like a week. It's over a week now. And the guy's gone. Um, I sometimes question whether or not he knew he was going to die, actually, because I went back and watched that. When Mae Young died, I always watched the tribute video because it moved me. And Ultimate Warrior, it does sound sick, but he kind of sounded like he didn't know how to die. He was going to die because he, the way he would talk. I wonder though if this was just like a promo thing, but like he said when man's heart beats his final beats, and he talked about how he wants to be people to remember his legacy. I just kind of wonder if he knew he was going to die, and like he didn't have like divas come, like the WWE divas have walk out with him in the Hall of Fame. He was the his daughters did, and he actually said in the way he would talk to his daughters, like I'm happy to have been your father. So it's just kind of weird. I wonder if he knew he was going to die. He knew his time was coming, but maybe he didn't know it was going to be as soon as he thought he would. Like maybe he knew he was going to die in the future. Everyone obviously knows he was going to die, but it seems like he knew his time was coming very soon. So I just kind of wonder if he knew he was going to die. It's still really sad. I'm still really happy though the WWE is going to give the right tribute. Um, they're going to so every night at 10 o'clock at night they're going to be giving the Ultimate Warrior tributes, and they started with doing his greatest matches, some of his greatest matches that in the WWE, um, and they didn't really show any WCW stuff because obviously he went to WCW. I thought they would. Um, I don't think this is all the matches of the Ultimate Warrior, but these are most of the matches. Because this was probably off the DVD, so he talks at first. He talks about how the moments that he had in the WWE were not just his moments; it was the fans' moments, and he is happy to share these moments with the fan. And he wants to tell the right story, and now he is going to. So now he has told the right story. So he's going to show some of his greatest matches in the WWE. So then Shawn might. Superstars give a shout out to the Ultimate Warrior throughout the night. So Shawn Michaels was the first one, and he talks about how Ultimate Warrior, how at the time he was tag team with Marty Jannetty called the Walkers, and he was in the and how he helped Soul Venus so him and Marty could shine, and he was really happy to see him come out with his daughters, happy about the person he is, and he talked to him backstage, and he was really becoming a family man. So I really liked what Shawn Michaels said. So we got the first match that happened on the show. Now I wrote down the dates that each match happened in case anyone was interested. The first match we had was the Ultimate Warrior had was against Bailey Horowitz. And this match happened on November 7th, 1987. So it was a squash match. He just kind of picked him up and did a gorilla plus slam, and that was the match. I thought this was fine though. I was very emotional watching this video. So then Ricky the Dragon Steamboat gave his thoughts on the Ultimate Warrior. He talked about how he had this energy in the WWE that nobody had, not even Hulk Hogan, and how he was happy to see him come back in the WWE, and he did get offered a Legends contract, and he would have been happy to work with the Ultimate Warrior as a Legends contract. Then Sting gives his thoughts. Now I wonder if this means that Sting is coming to the WWE. Because we haven't really seen Sting on the WWE, but unless maybe he doesn't want to, this is just like a one-time thing to support Ultimate Warrior, because obviously They were a tag team together. And Stin talked about how Ultimate Warrior would drink like these raw eggs out of a glass. I kind of forgot what he said. It was really fast how he said it. The next match is we get Ultimate Warrior versus the Honky Tonk Man with Jimmy Hart for the Intercontinental Championship of Ultimate, and Honky Tonk Man is defending his championship. This happened at SummerSlam, August 29th, 1988. Now, obviously, this was supposed to be Brutus the Barber Beefcake facing the Honky Tonk Man, but I think somehow he got injured. I don't really know how. So the Honky Tonk Man offered out an open challenge to anybody on the roster to come out and face him, any wrestler. And well, Ultimate Warrior accepted. He comes out, does a bunch of clotheslines, does the Gorilla Plus Slam, and hits the splash on him for the win. It was a very good moment, though. This was obviously Ultimate Warrior's first championship he had, so I thought it was really cool stuff. So then Batista gives his shout out. He talks about how he would come out with this energy and it would get him really pumped up, and he really liked seeing the Ultimate Warrior. And then Chris Jericho gave his shout out. I think he was I don't know exactly what his location was. It looked like he was on a tour bus. But he said that he really liked the Ultimate Warrior because he liked the rock and roll music he had. So I really enjoyed what Chris Jericho said. And he also talked about how he had the full blonde hair, not really like a mullet, but blonde hair. And then he talked about how the Ultimate Warrior had this energy that when he would run out to the ring, sometimes he would be exhausted during one of his matches. And, during his matches, and he would still beat his opponents, and he talked about how he beat Andre the Giant in 30 seconds. So this leads us to the next match. So now we have Ultimate Warrior defending the Intercontinental Championship against Andre the Giant, who has Bobby Heenan ringside. And this happened on Saturday night's main event, November 25th, 1989. So Ultimate Warrior is still being pushed. I thought this match was really good. This wasn't the match I thought it was when he beat him in 30 seconds. Both men really showed their powers. They were equally balanced. Ultimate Warrior choked Andre the Giant with his strap. And then, because Andre kept choking him with his bare hands, Ultimate Warrior kept going off on him. He gave him a bear hug. Andre the Giant choked him with the ropes. Andre the Giant gave like a nerve hold to him. And then eventually, Andre the Giant gets tied up in the ropes. So you think this is going to be it right here. But then Bobby the Brain Heenan gets in the ring and starts attacking Ultimate Warrior. And then Ultimate Warrior fights him off though. And then he continues to fight Andre the Giant after the match. And this leads to Ultimate Warrior getting the win by a disqualification. So then Razor Ramon gives his thoughts, who is Scott Hall. I don't really remember everything he said, to be honest with you. I don't really remember. I think he talked about how it was great to have Ultimate Warrior in the business and stuff. And then Robert Flores, who was an ESPN anchor, gives his thoughts, and he talks about how he really loved the Ultimate Warrior. He was the reason that he really made the wrestling business really great. And he talks about how one of his favorite matches of Ultimate Warrior was him versus the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, which leads us from the next match, Ultimate Warrior versus the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, in Tokyo, Japan, on April 13th, 1990, for the World Wrestling Federation Championship, because it was called the WWF back then. And the Ultimate Warrior just won the championship from Hulk Hogan, so he's defended it. It was a really good match. Ultimate Warrior dominates DiBiase for a while, but then DiBiase fires back, works on the knee, does his little DiBiase fist to him, suplex him, which was impressive, and then he gives him a pile driver, which Warrior kicked out of, and then he starts kind of getting his energy, and then he hits the Gorilla Plus Slam and the splash on Ted DiBiase to retain his championship. So then we get the, we got some NXT guys giving their thoughts, and this is now CJ Parker. His thoughts are, as he would talk about how on Homecoming, he always dressed up as the Ultimate Warrior with an entrance and everything, and he really enjoyed that. Sami Zayn gives his thoughts and talks about how he took pictures of the Ultimate Warrior and stuff, and really got to meet the Ultimate Warrior, which is one of my regrets. So obviously I told you before that I wasn't the biggest fan of Ultimate Warrior, but I kind of wish now I still had met him because I had the opportunity, but I didn't take the opportunity. He doesn't really sound like a bad guy now. He kind of sounded like a bad guy because he would shoot on Hulk Hogan, and he just like complained about the business a lot. He was kind of a baby, but now I realize kind of why he did what he did, and I realize Ultimate Warrior is not such a bad guy. So then we get the next match. It's Ultimate Warrior defending his World Wrestling Federation Championship against Rick Rude with Bobby the Brain Heenan on Saturday night's main event on July 28th, 1990. And I should say in the DiBiase match, he tried to he attacked him from behind. So Rick Rude did the same thing here, and I'm going to talk about Rick Rude for a little bit, even though it's about the Ultimate Warrior. I like the Rick Rude character. He was like that guy, that jerk, because he would always tell the ladies that your husband isn't going to look as me, you guys should really look. So I really liked how he did that kind of stuff. And then the match actually was really well done. I thought they didn't really overcomplicate anything. He got him in a sleeper hold. He ended up hitting Ultimate Warrior off the head with the championship gold, with Heenan distracting the referee, of course. And he ended up dominating the Ultimate Warrior kind of throughout this match. After he missed a splash, he worked on the knees, gave him a suplex, he gave him the Rude Shine, his finisher. You know, it's like a swinging neck breaker. I forget what it's called, but Warrior kicked out of it. So then Ultimate Warrior starts going off. He hits a splash, and then he didn't pulls the referee out, so that leads to a brawl between him and Rick Rude, and he tries to throw Rick Rude in the ring, which I thought would have been awesome if he did that. And then it didn't happen, and I think Warrior won by, they say he won by DQ, but I think it was a count out. So I really liked that match, well done. And then John Cena gives his shout out to the Ultimate Warrior, and he talks about how he would try to make sure that he worked hard to become the person that he was. He would get up really early and go to bed late to work hard to stay the person he was, and he was really impressed by that. Hulk Hogan gives his thoughts, talks about how he sacrificed a lot for the business and stuff. And then the Warrior gives his final thoughts, and he says, now that you've seen the whole story, I am now going to go into the Hall of Fame. I have always turned it down in the past, but that was because you didn't really get to hear the full story, but now you have. So I'm going to see you all again, and this is not the end of the Ultimate Warrior. Fortunately, it was, obviously. And that was the greatest matches of the Ultimate Warrior, and still saddened that we lost the Ultimate Warrior, but I guess if you can't really do anything about it now. So that's my thoughts. So I'm going to add this to the playlist. Tonight I'm going to watch his match. They're going to do a WrestleMania Rewind thing. I don't usually watch the WrestleMania Rewind, but I'm going to watch his WrestleMania Rewind and his match with Hulk Hogan. Get that review up. And there's going to be a let's see, tomorrow's Thursday. I don't know what they're doing Thursday. I know they're doing something Thursday because I know Friday they're going to do the documentary. But I don't know what they're going to do Thursday. I don't think they're doing anything. But then, for Saturday, they're going to do like a Legends of WrestleMania thing. So I really think that's going to be, this is going to be a very emotional week, I think, for wrestling. Even though last week was pretty emotional since he died last week, but this week's pretty emotional. So now my plans for the next few days is I'm going to be watching those. I'm going to watch the first episode of the Legends House show on Thursday as well, and watch NXT. I'm going to watch SmackDown Friday, and yeah, I'm on vacation next week, so I'm going to be getting up videos on the old Talkinator channel that I really need to get up. So that's pretty much it, guys, and I really want to wish the best of luck to the Ultimate Warrior's family and his other fans. It really is just going to be a sad week. I'm going to be watching the WrestleMania and Fallouts, by the way, too, I should mention. But I really want to wish you all the Ultimate Warriors fans goodbye. Ultimate Warrior goodbye, and I'm glad that he got to go out on good terms, actually. say now you finally made peace with the WWE, and but at least you got to do that, because Randy Savage didn't get to do that. But I'm gonna cover that stuff more later. So that's pretty much it, guys. Peace out.